Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Teri, and this is Meditation Tribe for today, August 4th. Wow, I can't believe it's already August 4th, you guys. Amazing. So I hope everybody can hear me. And oh my gosh, Paul is almost home, 28 miles to go from the Grand Canyon. Welcome home, Paul. I've definitely got you on the list here, and all the travelers, Allie and Keith are still traveling too. They're going to be in KC tomorrow, hopefully in time for the dream show. Not sure yet. So loud and clear. Shane, my darlings. Hey, Richie, how are you doing, sir? So good to see you, Diane G. Good to see you, darlings. And Annie Bear, good morning. There she is, the sunshine lady, Alice. Good morning. Um, yeah, so what's going on, Ralph? I missed the beginning here. Just want to catch up with everybody. Let's hit it. I saw that. Mangled unicorn. I love that. Let's hit it. Rush, good morning. I love this. Tribians. Tribians is a good word. I love that word. Starting the line dancing now. Well, anybody else do ecstatic dance this weekend? Hello. I went to yoga and ecstatic dance on Sunday, and it was a blast. So I'm still on a high from that. But yeah, I got to start doing more fun stuff like that. That was so much fun. Good morning, Teri and group. We could do ecstatic dance on here, but it'd be me doing it. You guys, I don't know. I don't know about that, but it would be pretty funny. Starting the haka now is a traditional Maori dance, war dance. Oh, yes, I have seen that. That is really impressive. Jason Momoa does that, right? A lot. And did you do some of that? I don't know what you did, Richie, but I remember that when we were in Sedona, there was this lovely woman that came up, and she calls him Pele, Pele, Pele. I can never say things in the mornings. Anyway, and she called her in, and she asked for Richie's permission on that, and to stand with her, and it was just beautiful. Yeah. Okay. There it is. Ralph needs a big virtual hug today. Grief is setting in. 12 years ago, you lost your oldest son at 19. Oh, honey. Yeah. Ralph, grief never leaves, does it? It's really sacred. I mean, because it really does touch your heart space. So, yeah, we hold space for you today, Ralph. 19, gosh, such a beautiful number, such an important number. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. So, we will lift you up, and the 33 million angels will too. Diane Berkman, good morning. Good morning, Rash. Leslie F., good morning. And there she is, Rebecca. Rachel, I mean, the other R word. I thought I was doing so good here today. Wolf Girl Oracle Dolly, how are you doing? Hope everybody's fine where you're living. Weren't you redoing your garage or something? Anybody else redo their garage yet? I got an urge to redo my garage and make it a tiny house. Um, Richie, I did a Lionsgate meditation recently, and the whole time I saw a tiger. Does that mean that my portal is broken? I thought it was kind of funny and worth a share. That's hilarious. I see us all. Well, everybody says, Dr. Gale says that we all have Lyran right now, guardian, and I see all of us getting little tigers and little lion cubs. So I've been seeing that for a while, that we all have them kind of running around behind us. I don't know what that means, but it's cute, and they have beautiful energy. Other people are seeing the animals too, you guys. So sometimes kids will see them out of the corner of their eyes. And last night I was doing a reading for a friend of mine, and going into their child's energy, and I could see what they were seeing, and they were kind of morphing the animal spirits, and I feel like, and Richie and I talked about this weekend too. Feels like a lot of things are morphing in front of us, like the matrix is kind of falling apart, right? It's new coding, new programs. That's what I want to say. New programs. Mangled unicorn. Whoa. Time is folding or something. I just clicked on today's meditation. It said available in 33 hours. It said 8/4, but it was 33 hours away. No, sir. Wow. On this meditation or a different one? I wonder if I goofed on something too. That could be. That has happened in the past, in the future. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know. There's a few OGs here, quite a few of you actually. And yeah, there were lots of times when I was on the wrong StreamYard. So, and I'd come on the wrong place, and it was just hilarious. It was a comedy of errors, kind of like the mic right now. Yeah, hug, hug, hug on Ralph. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, yeah, Ralph, we're just wrapping you up in hugs and angelic light, pink angelic light, blue. Um, let's see, there she is, Miss Diana, the queen of YouTube. 8 candles or 9 candles. I was on with Diana yesterday. That was such a joy. And I think I can say that Diana had a little trepidation about doing the 9 candles. Not that she didn't feel like she was equipped, is what I get, but just that the technology. And she is a pro. Like, yeah. I don't know why they're talking about Johnny Carson, but I keep seeing Johnny Carson come in. So, just a pro at it, man. Maybe he's one of your guides. Johnny Carson. Friends of T, good morning, lovely. Only 28 miles to go, Paul. I'm so happy. Yeah. There's my girl. Good morning, Miss Teresa. How are you feeling? I hope you're good today. Hope you and yours are good today. Yeah, it's just the chicken dance. The chicken dance is like a big thing in the hokey pokey, right? At weddings. So when we were, I used to go to a lot of Catholic weddings. Not so many right now. Anyway, neither here nor there, but the chicken dance was a big thing. It was fun. I like the chicken dance. I have no problem with the chicken dance. Dunka Shane. Let's see. Who else is coming in here today? Yeah. Brenda T. Good morning. What? I had no idea. Lonnie Anderson was a pro. She was just amazing. Didn't she date Burt Reynolds for a long time too? It seems like after he, I don't know why I know so many things about Burt Reynolds, but he dated Dinah Shore for a long time. Then I think he broke up with her, maybe dated Sally Field and Lonnie Anderson. Wasn't he married to Lonnie Anderson? It seems like they were married and they lived in Florida. Um, yeah, that's so sad. She was a champ, man. She was amazing. Hey Julie, how are you? Yeah, I hope everybody had a great weekend. We did lots of good stuff here. Saturday I had my meditation and family reunion. I went to my family reunion this weekend, and it's gotten smaller and smaller. So we're going to try to get all the kids to come, but I got to say it suffered in numbers when we had 2015, and that was all about social media and politics. And now, like nobody even cares about that stuff, right? I mean, we care about it, but when we're with family, we love our family. So, but consequently, there aren't a lot of grandkids there. So, my two aunts are left from my dad's side, and they're kind of running the roost. And they're in one's 90, I think, and the other one's like 86 or something, or 87. Aunt Marianne and Aunt Joyce. So they're super cute. They're super duper cute. Um, yeah, 12 years ago, Pamela. Yeah, it is just so sad. And 19, just on the verge of doing amazing things. I'm sure he was already doing amazing things. So, yeah, yeah, that happened to one of my girlfriends. And it's probably been 12 years this year too. That's wild. But it was in July that it happened. And July 5th, I remember because we were at the lake and we heard all the sirens and the helicopters. But yeah, it's um, my husband died the next year. And I'm just saying this about me because I want to make it about you, Ralph. But um, I realized then that it's a lot for me, it was a lot more for her to lose your child. It was like a different kind of grief than losing your husband or your mate. I don't know why, but it was. Probably because, you know, we think we're in charge, right? We think we're helping. Diane G. Dunca Shane. I was in the hot tub last night and I put it up in a thing and that's it. Um, Julie, I haven't danced in years. It's my goal this year. Shake it, but don't break it. Yeah, baby. Oh man. Yeah, nobody cares, right? And I wasn't the oldest person on the dance floor, maybe, but I was pretty close. And, it starts at, I don't know, I think everybody was over 21, maybe, but it's this cool place. It's the Greenwood Social Club, and it used to be the Greenwood Baptist Church, I think, downtown. And this beautiful young man bought it, and I think he lives there, and he also runs it. And he's about 6'8" and a very tall, distinguished-looking young person. And he's in his early 20s, I think, maybe mid 20s, but he plays the harp. And he's really cool, and he sings. So anyway, okay, let's see where we're going. Hope Suzanne. Hey, Hope Suzanne. Good morning from Arizona. It's only 6:15. Had trouble sleeping, so I'm just awake. Well, welcome. Come by anytime. We've got quite a few people here from Arizona, Hope. So welcome, welcome. I was there last month. Had a great time. Tucson area and then the Sedona area, and it was lovely. So, what? You rock it again. Okay, Diane G was in your dream last night. Wow. Well, okay. So Hope, just get ready because everybody's gonna everybody's gonna take good care of you here. So Diana is our resident dream keeper and wizard. And I saw a guy today. He was on oh golly, a young man's show. Not Emilio, but Emigret, I think is his name. I can't remember his first name. Anyway, he had Rick Levine on. So if you just go in and you look at Rick Levine, he's brilliant. He's an astrologer and a quantum physicist and does all sorts of wild things. But I texted Diana this morning while I was watching him because I'm like, you got to see this guy. And you probably know him, Diana, but he reminds me a lot of you. He just talks and blah, 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 and it's brilliant. It's like, would you stop for a minute so I can write that down and translate it in my brain to information? But he's quite something. He was the stuff that he's talking about, and he's talking about a lot of stuff that we're talking about too, you guys. Which isn't that the way, right? We all go through everything. We're a collective energy, and so he's talking a lot about meeting your future self on the bus or the train or wherever you are, standing next to you, and them giving you messages. And they're also talking about like your future children or somebody from your lineage somehow coming to you and saying, what did you do about that situation there? Can you talk about that? Like whether it's climate change or things that are going on the planet. And I thought that was really interesting. And it's interesting how we all follow that similar line. And he was also talking a lot about the Hopi prophecy and the other things that he talked about. I don't think I can say everything. I love to dance. I'm not saying I dance well. I'm kind of like Elaine from Seinfeld, but I love to dance. I love an Elaine dance, right? Yeah. I don't, that's the beauty of it, right? When you go to ecstatic dance, you're not allowed to talk. Um, you can touch if you have permission, but no talking, and you have to be straight. You can't be, as in, you can't be intoxicated. It's like, no smoking, no drinking, which this was during the day on Saturday, but still, who knows? So it's sober. That's what I wanted to say. It's sober. And it's just a blast. I mean, you're just high. I was so high when I left there just from the energy. So, hey, Rush, how are you? Lovely. Good to see you. Um, yeah, a lot going down. Pamela, oil painter. I remember running and getting help last night. It was a familiar face. Yeah. And that's the other thing, Hope Suzanne. A lot of us have the same dreams. We meet in dreamland. Annie Bear was in the garden. Yeah. Thanks for asking. Yeah. How are you feeling, Sally? Are you feeling better? Sally had a headache last night. You're sore. I came home and did some work around the house and some stuff. And then I got in the hot tub yesterday, and I got out in my bathing suit and decided it was a good idea to walk around with the clippers because I saw a couple of, you see one weed or you see one, like in Missouri, we get these trees that pop up and they're 6 inches tall or something. And then the next time you turn around, they're 3 feet. So I thought it was a good idea to clip some of those things. And then I got poison ivy. So it's actually almost gone. I just put a bunch of stuff on it last night. Took some Benadryl that I thought would help me sleep, but turns out not me. I was up all night. Wolf Girl Oracle Dolly, dance next to me and we'll make each other look better. Teresa Ford, right? I'm telling you. Yeah, I know. I was there with my daughter, and she's in her 20s, and she knows everybody. And it's my first time there, but she came up and danced with me for a while, so I thought that was kind-hearted. Yeah, everybody's holding space for Ralph. So if anybody wants in the healing circle today, let me know. Let me see. Georgia did the Ho'oponopono, and I stood with her in Sedona. That's who it was. It was Georgia. She did the Ho'oponopono. That's right. That's why she had you with her. Yeah, she was powerful. When she called in Pele, I could feel Pele, and I could feel the way she called her in. and I could feel Medusa energy and Kali energy with her. It was just that was powerful, you guys up there. And Richie really came out of his shell in Sedona, didn't you? In that circle where we all shared at the end. Oh, that's so sweet. Paula's lit a candle for you, Ralph. Yeah. Yeah. I've got my candle going today too. Um, you did. Okay, that's right. You tore down the old garage and built a new one. We call it the garage at Mall. I love that. Um, oh, mangled unicorn. You cleaned out the freezer and reorganized it. I started on my desk, and this is how bad it is. I have Tupperware boxes under bins and wicker bins under my desk filled with papers and things for doing workshops and pencils and one big one that's filled with crystals from George, a lot of beadwork stuff that I'm going to do, but I haven't yet. So it's all sitting under there. Oh, Debbie, you had a migraine too? Okay, you and Sally are top on the list today for healing. Yeah. Those migraines. Yeah. Yeah. At least they both roar. Okay. Let's see. We took the big door off our garage and made a window and a door because the garage is our winter hangout. That's what I'm thinking about too, Pamela. I was thinking about doing something like that. And and then on the side of my garage that faces the I have a detached garage. And then on the side I thought put in a little patio and maybe windows all the way across. So I'm just trying to figure out. I'd like to have a bathroom out there, so I can't figure out that part, the plumbing part. What? No idea why, but my speakers are producing only tiny sound today, as if they were in my phone. Oh, maybe you're the tiny dancer. Sorry, I couldn't. Tina Turner came in there. Wasn't that Tina Turner? I'm a tiny dancer. A dancer for something. Yeah, I hope it gets better. Julie, you're working on revamping your place. Little by little, things are shifting. Not buying anything new. That's us. That's us. Except for a few things that I bought new that I had to have. But yeah, we keep taking stuff in, and now. Oh, did you hear about that? Oh my God! I guess I'm hungry. I don't know why. But last night I started doing a big clean out of my desk because Allie's coming, and hopefully we're going to do a show together. So I thought, yeah, there's no room for this girl on this desk. I got to clean it out. So get her done. Hey, Carolina, I hope you're feeling better, and your husband too. Hope you guys are doing okay, dear. Oh, hope you live less than 2 hours from Sedona, but haven't been in way too long. Yeah, I get that. That's kind of how it goes, isn't it? It was, we were there, when were we there, Richie? June. June 11th through the 18th, I think, was the show, the retreat. Um, it was really nice. We were at Sedonia, the retreat center is Sedonia. And it was amazing. Sonia runs it, and she and I think it's Anthony is her manager there, and they're phenomenal. Sound healings, all sorts of stuff, and they have a resident shaman, of course, as you would if you lived in Sedona. Leslie, Richie, I tend to think all the cats are on the Lionsgate and on Lionsgate. Yeah. Oh, that's right, Pamela. Yeah, because Sally is getting a lot of sound info right now. right? Yeah, because they're starting to talk. And Sally gets a lot of light beings that come to her property, and now they're bringing in sound too. That's going to be interesting, huh? What and you guys, let us know if you're seeing things or hearing things, and particularly a lot of people in their technology right now, like things will get rewired in your monitor or your television or whatever will look differently, like it's programming something in, right? It'll shift off oddly. And then a lot of other people in the group right now are seeing, some people, and you know who you are seeing things. So it seems to be a trend. So if something like this starts happening, just know it's common with us, but it's not really common, but it's there's new programming coming in, and the matrix is dissolving. So the constructs of what we thought were real, um, we know it's just energy, right? Your hand is just energy in motion. It's atoms in motion. So, but it looks solid, and we think it's solid because our 5D or 3D, that was a good slip. Our 3D senses tell us it is. We can feel it, we can smell it, we can taste it if we want to taste it. But but then if we go into our 5D senses, our subtle senses, we know that it's light, it's energy in motion. So, okay. Hi, Leah. How are you, honey? You're shopping and listening. Ooh, I want to shop with you. This morning I was doing a root meditation and the animals morphed one from another. Right, Teresa? So that's what I was seeing in the middle of the night too. And it was interesting because they were morphing so fast. And then I was like, you got to slow that one down for me because it was a lot. And it was like, 2 o'clock in the morning because I was up because of the, the medicine that I took, the Benadryl. But but it was really interesting. And then I asked them to be purple because I thought that would be more calming for me. And that got kind of silly. So I called in the 33 trillion angels and kind of cleaned out the room, thinking I could go back to sleep. But yeah. Oh, love that. Pamela Anderson. I had a friend in caroling who did that, and they loved it as their new office. Oh, I didn't know that you used to carol, Annie Bear, that you do. That's nice. I love that. Singing is huge. Oh, that was a big part of what you were doing, and a tremendous downpour, Diana says. Okay. Wow. Yeah, lots going down. Okay. Okay. Maybe. I'm gonna listen carefully today. Yeah. Okay. Mangled unicorn, Jacqueline. I refreshed my page and it didn't happen again, but I'm having this time synchronicities the most and often. Yeah. Right. Like you'll think, oh well, I've got an hour until I have to be here. And then you look at the clock and it's, you've got 2 hours or you've got 5 minutes. Um, really quickly. Yeah, time is a construct, isn't it? Yeah, it's not really there. Okay. White Dragon. And Paul does a lot of intergalactic travel and work. He says, I'm going to have my warriors do a galactic haka as a ritual when the tracks are no more and forgotten. That's beautiful. I love that. Now, is that really similar, I think, to the there's another dance that indigenous in New Zealand do as well, right? It seems like a lot of indigenous groups have a similar real earthy dance. because I know that there were times yesterday in the ecstatic dance that I was doing that I could really feel that earthy energy, almost African. Pam Gregory has a new video on the splitting. I'll take the high road, please. Sounds good to me, Julie. I'm going where you're going. Oh, where I live, every square foot was premium price, so we use every inch. Yeah. Yeah. I, you know, I used to have a much bigger house when the kids were younger and my husband was alive. And I sold it and got this house, which is not near as big and not near as many steps. And my room is on the first floor, so I love it. But we had a little shack down at the lake at Truman Lake, and as one does, and that we would go to. That's where we summered. And anyway, it's kind of in the hills, and I'm saying that facetiously because it's a good sized lake and it's a beautiful lake, but it's a Corps of Engineers lake, so it's not like one of those lakes that would have the huge homes on it or anything. And we lived in this little area called Teal Bend, and we had like our own water and everything there. But we bought this shanty kind of lean-to house, and it had we built what was it called, a bunk room in it. And I think one time we had 12 people in that house staying over for the weekend, including 9 girls, teenage girls, and 1 bathroom. But it worked out. And we did that. We used every square inch of it. And we had more fun in that house, I swear to God. And it was nice because, we moved into it with the idea of it being just using every square inch of it. Whereas if you move into my bigger house, I filled it up, but I had so much junk that I didn't need, especially when I moved. I just told the kids, just take what you love and leave the rest. I watched this reading about needing to do root work because of the upgrade. So I did it and saw things again for the first time in a while. Been too floaty for a while. Yeah. Inner Earth. It's all about Inner Earth right now. Inner Earth is huge in doing that grounding. My deal is going into Inner Earth gets me wonky too. Oh, yes. Teri with the canyon last week. I was feeling like the wind and the rocks were talking to me. Can they talk? They were talking all at once. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. The wind brings you messages and the rocks talk. They do. I channel the rock people and they are inner earth people. Like if you think about Easter Island rocks and the faces there, they kind of, for me, that's how they look. And there's small ones and there's big ones. And some of the big ones are like giants, like, and a lot of folklore, indigenous information, and, a lot of ancient things. They talk about the giants that were here. And many scholars say that there were giants, metaphysical scholars, but some of them were rock people. Play Love Remember. Good morning, lovely. Let's see. Yeah, I need to clean out my freezer too. Yeah, I need to clean out underneath my sink tomorrow or today. We've got I'm getting a new dishwasher. Anybody else? So I'm psyched. And you guys that have been here for a while know that my dishwasher is always doing the hokey pokey. Yeah, like the warriors are syncing their energies when they do the haka. Oh, yeah. I feel like the rocks are doing that too. Um, really syncing. Yeah. Okay. Pamela says, I dreamed but believe it was astral travel, that I was running for help. That was happening last night. Wow, Pamela. Yeah, I can't remember. I did sleep for a little bit last night. I think I slept from 10 to 1, but I don't remember what it was about. And then I woke up and started going into the animal spirits. And that kind of got me up and going. But running for help. Well, we're going to surround you in love today. So you did the turkey tango. I like the turkey tango. Oh, okay. Diana says, busy night last night on a planet that was different than Earth, but the same in tons of rains. Wow. Oh, there's a volume setting on your subwoofer. Okay. Yeah, I think they were married. Yeah. Bert and Lonnie. They were an interesting couple, weren't they? Yeah. They lived in I lived in Delray Beach, Florida, and they lived north of me. I can't remember, in Melbourne or something. I can't remember. Um, for storm season, yep, been getting my vegan shelf staples, and Ken is good with a jar of peanut butter and a spoon. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Peanut butter, man, that'll do you. It's really good. Okay, let's see what else is going down. Um, Leslie, I used to live in South Bend, Indiana, home of Notre Dame University. The chicken dance was big up there, period. Even every party had a chicken dance. Right? I don't know if it's a Catholic thing or a Midwestern thing. I don't know, but it was fun. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around too. That was a big one. Um, Hope. Ah, yeah. Well, we're glad you're here. Welcome, Hope. We're really happy you're here. It's fun to be in the group, I think, because everybody chats and talks, and um, I'm always thinking, oh, maybe we should just get straight to the meditations, but everybody says, nope, gotta talk. Oh, are you guys talking about social media? Yeah, I've got a presence, but I don't do a lot. Oh, his name was Tyler. I forgot that. Ralph, you told me that. You or Pamela told me that he was Tyler. Ralph's son was in college to become an undertaker. So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Azrael, Archangel Azrael. They used to call him the angel of death, and it goes back into Judaism and the Kabbalah, but and also in Christianity. But he's here for people that are grieving. He's also here for mediums and people that work like an undertaker, right? And people that work with transformation. So he's one of those angels that it feels like Tyler was probably very connected to already. But he's one of my favorite archangels. He comes in here a lot to help me, and anybody that's going through the grief process, I think he's helpful with. But also, like, a lot of us are death doulas, and we help. Like when I was in my 20s and I had an apartment by a hospital, and it kind of activated when my mom was there and she was dying. She was going through cancer, breast cancer, and as her illness started progressing, all these spirits would come to my apartment at night from the hospital and stop by. And it was like, and I don't know how I knew this, but I just knew to call in the archangels and Yeshua and Jesus, and they would come in as orbs, and they would travel with them and take them. um, back where they needed to be. But if they wanted to, and they say never banish a soul, right? Like if you don't want them in your house, you can say we don't want you here, but you don't need to send them on necessarily. Just don't be here. So I always told them, you can't stay in my apartment. You can go with these guys, or you can just walk on by. Was kind of my idea, and I don't know how I knew that, but I just figured it out. Persistent usually gets the needs obtained. Yeah. Okay. Richie, yeah. Sorry for the loss of your son 12 years ago. You gained an angel, and that's very powerful. Keep your head up, my friend, so you don't miss the many blessings that he sends you. Big hugs to you. Yeah, that's beautiful, Richie. That's powerful. Really, really powerful. Okay. Yeah, right. So true. Not something a parent should ever have to go through. There's my girlfriend. Talk about the lake lady. Good morning, Teri and tribe. Blessings to all. Dancing is good for our souls. We're going to have to go there, Amy. You're going to have to go with me next time. Um, so, Amy, I hope you guys had a great week at the lake, too. I know you were traveling down there, but you were traveling to a different lake. Recently, I've been finding coins, a penny, then a second, then a dime, in the cricket space under the baseboard, which slipped away before I could grab it, then a wheat penny yesterday. Wow. Who do you think that is, Sally? Do you think that's your mom sending them? It's interesting, isn't it? My husband always leaves little pieces of black fabric around for me to find. And I used to find them everywhere. And this past week, I found a couple of them. But it's interesting. They usually get into a thing. Oh, yeah. You are taking care of everybody here, aren't you, Annie? Annie had a great what was it oh my god, okay, now I remember. Annie Bear has an amazing video out, and all you see are her feet, and she's got these cute shoes on, cute socks, mismatched, and she's talking. And I thought that was one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. And I love watching you, Annie, and I love watching the nature that you do. But I thought somebody could just make their feet talk and show their feet every day. And I'd be happy with it. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a great one. Yeah. 13 cents. Wow. Yeah. Oh, Teresa says, I feel like things are going to get real here. And I wish I wasn't here, but it is what it is. And you know what to do, right? I mean, you're a pro at it, Teresa. Teresa lives in Florida, so yeah, when storm season starts to hit in, you always want to be prepared. I'd buy all sorts of veg and stuff like that, and I'd buy weird stuff like dried beef. Like, do you remember it was a thing, chipped beef on toast? It's like very gourmet. I don't know if that was the 70s or what that was, but that was a weird one. Um, thank you. Yeah, we will send the third warning all around the galaxy. We are protected. Love that. What the heck? Rick Levine is your professor? Girl, you probably told me about him 20 times. And I'm just like, so there's another Dr. Rick Levine. Maybe it's Dr. Larry Levine. And he's an ADD. No, it's David, isn't it? Anyway, he's a brain scientist that I've got like 3 or 4 books from him, and he's incredible. So I think when you were talking about Rick Levine, I was thinking about Dr. David Levine, um, because he works with people that are neurodivergent, and You know, he works a lot about photographing the brain, or doing a brain scan, that's what it is, and about how different brains look, and your brain, like when it's on drugs, or your brain more, there's a lot of ADHD, and how interconnecting those neurons, and so when we go into meditations and we do the five senses, and then we go into connecting new neural pathways, like with remembering and knowing and feeling sunshine, feeling stardust, knowing um, what you want, knowing your future self and your past self. Yeah. He's gained wings and wrapped them around you in a loving hug. That's so sweet, Patricia. Yeah, so sorry for your sense. There she is. We were looking for you, young lady. So many shining souls here in Cleveland. Um, so Liz is a healer. She lives in Mexico, but she's at Cleveland Clinic right now. And yeah, I hope your neurologist, because we're just talking about brain scientists, are taking good care of you there, Liz. So yeah. Um, okay. Ha ha ha. Rick is a Aries with Gemini rising. I'm a Gemini with an Aries North node. Yep, lots that I have learned the most from him. No wonder. I was watching him this morning, and I think I texted you while I was watching him. Like, this is cray cray. It's just like you. Um, Sally, my partner Chrissy collects pennies, and since she started collecting, she will randomly find them in weird places. She found a large cent from the late 1700s next to the parking lot. Oh my gosh. Isn't that a trip? Wow. Amazing. Okay. Well, we better meditate because it's almost time to go. Um, yeah. We need to make Susanna monitor. She's already advocating for you, asking us to like. Oh, I can do that. Yeah. Hi, Amanda Carroll. How are you, honey? I'll do it. Hey, yeah, hope Suzanne come back tomorrow, and everybody remember to hit like on this video, and or else if I can, I'll do it after this, because I have to go into YouTube to do it. So, and make you a monitor if you'd like to be, because we like to have monitors. If you haven't noticed, it does keep everybody safe. So, is Gray here? Where's Gray? I didn't see Gray come in. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's go ahead and just take 3 deep breaths. Inhaling in light, love. Exhaling through the mouth. Next time, inhale blue light. As you exhale, feel the old ways, the old energy washing away. Next time, we're going to breathe in red light. And as you exhale through the mouth, make a noise if you want. Breathing out fire, transformation, change. As we release, we make room for the change. Starting to listen, going in with our senses. What do you hear? Do you hear the birds? Maybe you hear music, the heartbeat of the earth. Just listening. Maybe you hear your name being called. Someone saying, I love you. Now smell. Smelling your room, your home. Then imagine smelling the forest, the pines, the cedars, the redwoods. Very distinctive. The smell of the beach, the salt spray, and the smell of starlight. Now touch where your body meets your bed or your chair, wherever you are. Your body. Just acknowledging it. Acknowledging the touch of a hug. Somebody hugging you. Particularly Ralph. Imagine all of us here giving Ralph a big hug. Anybody here that needs a hug, feel that group hug. And we'll call in 33 trillion angels. Feel their power as it comes in. And if your eyes are closed or open, it doesn't matter. See your 33 trillion angels. What do they look like? Waves of energy coming in like the wind. Seeing stardust on the planet and in the sky. Seeing our ancestors, those that passed before us. Seeing our past selves. What we did last night or 20 years ago. And watching your future self. The message that they bring you. Now going into taste. Take the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth and press gently. As far back as you can. And let go. Feel your mouth water. This is an ancient mudra for fasting, but also one of the most elevated mudras we can do to bring in energy from the heavens, nectar from the gods. Now tasting fresh, clean water on a hot summer day. Now sending love to that water and taste the difference. Elevated. Now knowing, going and knowing your 33 trillion angels, the energy, the frequency, hearing them, their song. Angel song is healing. Choruses. Knowing the frequency of the universe, the sound of the universe. Each one of us will hear this differently. It might be a wind going through the planets and stars. It might be singing Mozart, Prince. It might be the perfect silence. Now remembering, creating new neural pathways, remembering who you are. Are you this one? The unit, part of the whole, divine, remembering your light, your divine light, even seeing the color of it and feeling the energy of it when you shine it. And today we're going to shine our light, completely protected, forming a circle around the planet, feeling the light grow, magnify, our angels behind us, archetypes, the quantum field, feeling them taking care of you, holding space for you. And here we'll say healing for Sally and Debbie and their headaches, for Nancy, for Carolina and hubby, for Lauren and her husband, for Paul on his travels, Allie and Keith on their travels, for Liz and Awe, for Ralph and his beautiful son Tyler. So much love. And for Hope. I love that. Now, seeing that energy spread out, we're going to include Sharon Donnelly in that, and Kelly B, Purple Elephant Deb, Hope Suzanne, prayers for her health and her family, Carolyn Booker and Peter, animals all across the world. Now, let's go into inner earth with that healing energy. Going to the tectonic plates, sending the most beneficial outcome to the tectonic plates, and particularly to the lava flows, Paley. The blue and the red energy, transformation. And as we do so, feel ourselves transformed. Inner earth energy. What does it feel like? Do you hear the thump? The rocks? And let yourself float here. Knowing the inner earth has you. Gaia, the divine feminine. She wraps us up in a warm blanket or a cool blanket and holds us. And the divine masculine comes in, Father Sky, and gives us light, transformation. Now coming back, starting to hear the rumble of the rock people, the giants, seeing the trees, smelling them, the pines, the cedars, the redwoods. Taste, taking the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth again and pressing lightly. Releasing. Noticing you always have this power. Coming back into your body, starting to feel where you're sitting or laying down. Starting to hear your room. Maybe hear your stomach growl today. The birds. And knowing you're right where you're supposed to be. You always were. You're cherished. You're loved. Thanking the divine feminine, the divine masculine, 33 trillion angels in the tribe. So, everybody breathing in love, compassion, equanimity. And as you exhale, completely back in the physical, ready for the happy, happy dance. Happy dance, happy dance. Right, Jen B? Yeah, do the happy dance. Um, what? Jim B says, when y'all see my BFF, Sherry Ladler, on the shows, congratulate her as it's her daughter's and grandbaby. Oh, is it their birthdays? Or it's their shows? I'll look for Sherry Ladler. I will look for her, Jen B. And welcome, Nancy. Welcome, Hope, today. Anybody else that's coming in new, feel free to say hey. And we're so glad to see you, Nancy. So, yeah, thanks for mentioning that, Rossi. Yeah, I know. I don't like to say, wasn't happy when I said that. So, yeah, hope everybody has a great day. Thank you, honey. Sending love, light, and laughter to everyone as always. We're so grateful for you. So, Kelly's journey, anybody that's going through a hard time, Kelly talks a lot about the power of prayer and how that's helped her on her journey, her healing journey. So, it's really important. Yeah. Hope everybody has a great day. Okay, what is this? Patricia says, oh my God, saw a feminine water being rise from the seaside. She's holding a seashell with glittery stones. They turn a variety of colors. She hands it to me and tells me connection to many realms in the ocean. Oceana is her name. Whoa, Patricia, that's so beautiful. I love that. Oh, she had a baby last night, Jen B. Oh my God. That is amazing. I love a new baby. There's nothing better than that little baby on your shoulder. All right. Hey, Barb. Barb was lurking. It's cool. I go in and lurk a lot. If people say hi to me and I don't say hi back, it's because I'm working on StreamYard or something, making stuff, and um, I'm not watching the chat. But I do like to come in and say hi to everybody. Oh, Pamela, you saw your face as an Egyptian. Wow. Yeah, very advanced civilization. They had AI. Egyptians, Lyrans, um, yeah, Atlantis. They all had AI. It's all been here. Anyway, okay, everybody. Well, everybody have a beautiful day. I'm going to be on at 4 o'clock today Central with Scott, Sun Psychic Scott. Is that right? No, Scorpio Scott. That's Sun Psychic Gene. And so anyway, he's going to be on with me and we're going to be doing readings. So if anybody wants a reading, Ralph, if you need anything, email me, Teri holding your space at gmail.com. We are all here for you today. And we're always here for you. So yeah, just let me know, dear. All right. Everybody have a great day. Namaste.